everyone. I'm Dr. Renee. Ayurveda is a science of life, science of longevity, and this holistic healthcare discipline originated from India thousands of years ago. And it emphasizes the importance of maintaining a homeostasis, being in tune with your circadian rhythm, and promotes environmental sustainability. Ayurveda for People and Planet is the global theme that has been adopted by the Consulate General of India across the United States, including Seattle, Houston, Chicago, New York. Let's take a look at the AyurvedaDay celebrations held at the Consulate General of India in Chicago, where Ambassador Ghosh underscored the importance of Ayurveda in our daily routine, as well as launched the Nutrition 360 program. Here are some highlights.
Whether it's medicine, food, even the way you look at politics, everything. It's not easy to break a mold and tell people that there are other ways of thinking, other way you can think about life and everything around you. There is no one way of democracy. There is an Indian way of democracy, which is based on what you should do, dharma. There is not one way of food. There are different ways of food because God created that way. Every country is different, but the nature built us in a different way over millions of years. Despite the differences in local resources, local availability of food, climate, going back to nature is what the Indian civilizations taught us, at least those who are in India. And Ayurveda is one of best expression of that. And within that, since Ayurveda is a holistic way of looking at life, at health, it is not just a medical system. Nutrition 360, about which you will learn today, is very critical. So I thank you for all of you, those who are here, for opening your minds. Many of are already converted. They try to practice a sustainable way, a way which is in tune with nature of living, sustainable way of food habit, which in India we have practiced over millennia. That's why a small fraction of land of the world can hold up to 17 to 18% of population.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Vaidya Aslesha Roth, who will speak on the topic In Harmony with Nature, Ayurveda for People and Planet.
It's really an honor to be here with all of you on this special occasion of Ayurveda Day. You know, when we celebrate Ayurveda, or any day when we celebrate, why do we celebrate? Or whatever we celebrate, is it just for the point of celebration, or we do something more than that? Yes, Ayurveda is a great reminder of that wisdom, of balance, and also the deep connection with the humanity. See, the most importantly, we believe this, that Ayurveda is a science of life, and this year's actually the theme which has been given by Ayush, Ayurveda for People and Planet. It's not just just the timely thing, but it is maybe more really necessity for this time part of this time. And let me ask you, which day is today? October, right? October 3rd. And I could see no one is wearing jacket. Typically, this is a fall which has already here, and we really are not in fall, we are still in summer. Our ACs are still on. I came from Bloomington and full time I had to put the AC on in my car because there is no cold has come to the environment. In Ayurveda, we call this as a Rutu Viparya. Rutu Viparya means, in simple terminology, if I have to translate, It is nothing but imbalance in the environment. So when we understand this imbalance, definitely we do have to understand Ayurveda or spread Ayurveda, or how Ayurveda really offers that balance. That's what we have to imbibe in us. I would like to share one more wisdom of Ayurveda, and this is regarding Ayurveda's whole approach of being in nature. Ayurvedic philosophy really teaches us to how to attune ourselves with nature. I can give you, there are many, like people say Ayurveda means science of life, but there are many names of Ayurveda, and some people also say that Ayurveda is nature's medicine. Now, why do they say nature's medicine? Is it just because we use all natural things? As Diptiji was saying that, how we use the plantations and all those things for the food as well as coloring. But it is not just because we use the natural medicine, it is actually for offering and getting attuned with nature. And that's why Ayurveda is considered as a nature's medicine, because we are made up of nature. Nature has made us. I'll give you like to share one quick, research study which was done. And this was done into the post-surgical department, which means all the surgeries were done. And in these surgeries, they did two different batches, and one course of batch was those who were done the surgery. They were kept in a room where they would face. Their beds were kept like that; they would face only the walls. And then the other group were kept in their respective rooms, which was facing the window, where there was a garden outside the window. And then the study was done that who really healed faster, or there was no more complications. And to your surprise, or maybe you have already guessed this, of course the room which was facing the garden, who could see because it was post-surgical, they had to lay on the bed, and they could actually see the garden, and that group actually healed faster. So what is the conclusion of the study is that such a simple aspect with nature actually heals us. It could be as simple as, so you don't have to go and stay in nature, but with connecting nature can heal us absolutely very fast and very effectively. I also quickly in this few minutes, I also want to share that many of us or may not know or may know that Ayurveda is not only for human beings. We share this planet with other animal kingdoms, right? Other animals from animal kingdoms, and with the plants, with the plant kingdom. And actually Ayurveda offers not only for the human beings but also for the plants and for the other animals the medicine. So we have Ashwa Ayurveda. Many may know, I see some people nodding here. So we have Ashwa Ayurveda, which is not just Ashwa means horse, but don't think it is only for horse, it is actually for the animals. And we also have the Vriksha Ayurveda. Again, Vriksha means tree, but does not mean that only for the trees, in all sense of trees. So we actually in Ayurveda, it's all the ecosystem of how do we conscious eco-farming, how to do that conscious eco-farming has been very well explained.
Vaidya Dipti Suri has a deep passion for Ayurveda and yoga. She's also the founder and owner of YogaVed.
This year the topic is really very interesting because my husband is an environmentalist. He owns a company that clean air, water and earth. So that's things doing for the earth, and I am now into Ayurveda. So as Somnathji said, the fabric, whatever we were using earlier was very biodegradable. I'm from a desert, it's called Thar. Thar is the biggest desert of India. It's hot, and there is a tree over there called khejuri. I don't know if you know, but everybody uses the sap of it as gugulu. It's pitta pacifying, it clears the heat, it's used in asthma. But the best part that it does, it stops the desert from going towards east. And Khejdi is actually worshipped in my land, and we have a lot of festival of Tej, and we do so many festivals around that tree. And we are girls of that Registan or the desert, we are experts in climbing them because we have to harvest its seeds pods called sangri. You know, sangri is one of the most expensive vegetable right now. It's like 12,000 rupees a kilo. Rajasthani Kher sangri, if you know, Kher is capers. You know, have you heard capers? Italian know capers. So that is also just the sticks. It doesn't have leaves. It has beautiful crimson color flowers, and that is the color we wear all the time. And so these are the two plants of my homeland that actually stops the desert from going eastward. And nowadays, if you go, Modi ji has done something very amazing. The canal that my grandfather, the King Ganga Singh ji, brought from Bhakra Nangal Dam, it has gone all the way to Jaisalmer. So during last year, when I was going to study with one of my mom's disciples, something called Nabhi Chikitsa, he's in Jaisalmer. So I was excited, okay, I'll get sand dunes, I'll take pictures. There are no sand dunes anymore. There are highways and everything is green. There was mustard and wheat growing everywhere because the water has come. And Khejdi and Kher plant has contributed to that. So you know about the neem also. So I'm supposed to be very brief. So the neem tree, even by being itself there, just the air will heal you. And I don't know how many of you did that, but growing up in the army, the mosquito repellent in the evening was a kadhai and neem ka patta in it. That was our purifying things. These days they have kachwa chak, some pesticides. We don't use, Ayurvedic practitioners, we don't use that as much. Second one is tulsi. Everybody knows the power of tulsi. And then I added something very interesting, not many people know, but it's turmeric. If you have gone to northeast states of Meghalaya, Assam, Manipur, they grow the best part of turmeric. And turmeric, you know, everybody knows the power of haldi and turmeric, but the best part that turmeric does in that area is it doesn't let landslides happen. And it actually makes the land very nutritious and very empowered to grow other things, and you can grow other plants along with it. I was there last year in Assam and Manipur, and I got to see amazing organic farming of haldi, and that's how they stop the landslides and things like that from happening.
And thank you for the Indian Consulate for giving me this opportunity to put my thoughts into it. I know I was told to give a talk, but I didn't know, I'm not expert in Ayurveda, but how my journey started in 2000 when I was doing cardiothoracic anesthesia, and I thought I was on the top of the world doing artificial hearts, heart transplants, whatnot. And then I got into accident. First time I had a pause to my life to think about health. When you're 30 years old, you're not thinking about health or life or anything. And I was told, obviously I could not do the cases. They said, why don't you go into the pain management so you can sit and see the patients, because I had to learn to walk. I went to the pain management, then I was thinking, oh my God, am I going to be dependent on the medication? Am I going to be like this? I worked too hard to be where I am. I need to get better. Then I started taking the patients, I started talking to them because I can empathize what they are going through and how it affected their lifestyle, not just the pain, the injury or the pain to the patient. It affects people, especially for me, my experience, it affected me socially, of course, family relations and everything. I had two little children, but that's when I started thinking about how I need to change. It's just not the pill, it's just not the injection, just not the things. So that's when I started counseling some of the patients, and I really loved it because when I'm doing cardiothoracic anesthesia, I really don't know what happened after that heart transplant. And I thought people appreciated like giving my story and telling them how they can change. And I started learning about Initially, I started learning pain management just for myself because I wanted to get better. I wanted to get back into normal life, restore my function. So I obviously at that point I decided to do pain management because I have a lot more to contribute, not just injection, not just pain medicine, but how they need to restore their function and get back to their life. So till today, I've been practicing pain for past 23 years, but I have a different perspective. I'm not saying everybody needs to go through the accident to understand the pain, but I have a different aspect of the life. If somebody comes and tells me, hey, I cannot go to my son's baseball game, I cannot sit on the bleachers, I cannot go and do these things, that means a lot to me because I missed a lot of my kids' activities because I couldn't do it. So I think Ayurveda, as it focuses on the lifestyle, food dietary things, I talk about, because when I do the injections and all those things, yes, that is needed, but also I focus on the prevention. I talk to them about not necessarily about pain, but lifestyle modification, diet, how they eat, changing their weight loss and all aspects of it. Sometimes people talk to me about their marital issues, how I would encourage their family members to come for them to understand what the diseases they have. So it's not just the pain what I do, but also I include the whole family.
Dr. Renee Mehra has a doctorate in public health and is an award-winning prominent broadcaster, community educator, public speaker, and is passionate about Ayurveda, yoga, and meditation. Dr. Renee Mehra is the president of Rainbow Media LLC. She serves on many civic and non-profit organizations, including National Certification and Credentialing Board for Ayurvedic Medicine, Vice President of Science and Spirituality at the United Nations, and Association of Indians in America.
Thank you, Consul General of India. As we talk about the buzzwords of being holistic, wellness, lifestyle management, all these buzzwords were there long time ago when our founding Ayurvedic fathers talked about Ayurveda beyond wellness. We're talking of homeostasis. We're talking about in tune with nature, being in tune with our circadian rhythm. You know, Ayurveda and yoga are like twins, which we have forgotten somewhere in this busy, restless world that we live in. Just diving deep inside ourselves. Next slide. We talk about taking vacations and we talk about going out to beautiful places and cities, but have you ever thought of taking vacation for your soul? That's so very important. Think about it. That will help you to recalibrate, recharge, reconnect with your inner self. That's what Ayurveda is all about, connecting yourself with your inner rhythm and with nature. And when we are going for yoga and meditation, there's so many benefits. We're going from the sympathetic nervous system to the parasympathetic nervous system. We're stimulating the vagus nerve. That's a major component of the parasympathetic nervous system. We're talking about enhanced self-awareness. We're more still. There is no hypertension, cardio health. We're talking about health on all levels. The first thing that comes is if you're spiritually healthy, you're going to be mentally, physically, emotionally healthy at all levels. Take the vacation for your soul and you'll feel the difference. You know, when we say, oh, we're going out to this beautiful place, I'm not going to take care of my cell phone, no internet, nothing. That's what you do when you go for your inner spa. That inner journey is all you have to do. It's the distractions that are becoming so attractive to all of us. And we forget that we need to be recharged and revitalized by taking that inner journey. So many clinical studies on it. There's one study that just came out recently. There were meditators and there were non-meditators during the COVID shutdown in India. Those who meditated, obviously their stress levels were low. So when you go home today, just start practicing for a few minutes, morning and evening, and see the difference. You're going to radiate that peace from within, outside, and you're going to make that change for your cities, for your communities, for the entire planet. Peace is not just an unreal construct. It's not just we are talking about peace. That's the first step. You got to believe in peace. And most importantly, you got to work at it every day. And peace begins with each one of us. Thank you so very much.
We all talk about the nutrition, balanced nutrition, but where is the food pyramid coming from? The next one. The food pyramid based upon the Western diet. Right on top of it, there is meat product. The narrative is what? Vegetarian food does not fulfill your protein requirement. Nandaji, many of you know. However, Nandaji was 92, 100% vegetarian. Recently, I had a person visiting from London. His father 99 years, his mother is 102 years. Another somebody may be knowing Madhusudan Zaveri, he's from Boston. His mother lived for 107 years, shy of 108 years by couple of months. He himself lived for like 93 years. And they're all vegetarian. Probably if you look around in your own families in the neighborhood, you'll find so many people where this narrative is incorrect. Is it compatible for the egg eaters? No. What about the spices? Next one. Maybe 3 times you can go. What are the spices? COVID. Narrative about India was what? Because of high density, poor healthcare system, not so hygiene, by the time COVID is done, several crores of people will be dead. What happened? Same BBC article after 18 months published, in spite of poor healthcare, not so paranoid about hygiene, and living so close, high density, India was able to successfully manage. There are some numbers. In US it is 777, 177 for 100,000. How much is in India? 18. That is how we manage. Where is this mention of spices in the food pyramid? Next one is obviously, look at all of us around. We're all of different shapes and different heights and weight, isn't it? Why? That is because the way we generate the tissue is different for different people. So obviously we need to understand what is compatible to me and what is not compatible to me. Just eating afternoon major meal may be helping you to lose some weight, but if you understand the other principles of Ayurveda, you lose weight even better. Not only losing weight, you see so many people losing weight, but they look like patients, isn't it? This is not like that. You'll be healthy and you'll be happy.
Hope you enjoyed watching Ayurveda Day. I'm Dr. Renee. Stay healthy, stay positive.